All right, so today,
Yes.
me and Laura, both real estate women in
Yep.
Dubai, we are both in the same company, B1 Properties. And yeah, I just wanted to sit down and talk with you about women in business in general
Yeah.
and also the stereotypes, the stigmas, the expectations. I think a lot of very triggering and sensitive topics
Yeah.
are around women in real estate, specifically in Dubai. I have not seen it anywhere else, to be honest.
Okay.
But what happens in Dubai kind of boggles my mind.
It's a
And
bit unique,
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
right.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to dive into the topic today to empower women
Yep.
and also to shine some light on the struggles and, the difficulties that we face every single day that usually people don't see or don't
Yeah.
realize. And I think you and I, we both understand it and we go through it. So yeah, we'll just dive into it, I
I'm
guess.
excited. I feel like we've been doing this for some time. I mean, enough time
Yeah.
to actually experience enough things and hopefully give good tips to people who are
Yeah.
also in the industry and maybe just starting out, or maybe they've been in the industry but they just haven't figured out a way to navigate it correctly.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you said, this is a bit sensitive and it's a bit awkward to talk about as well,
Yeah.
and I feel like a lot of people, we just don't have the resources because everyone is a bit, shy to talk about this.
Yeah.
But it is happening, and I feel like this is a good time to let them know and give whatever advice we can give them
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
better.
100%. I think we should just dive right into the juicy
Yeah.
topics
Yes,
because,
let's do it.
women in general, I
Yeah.
think, are perceived and looked at differently in any kind of business.
Yeah.
If you are an entrepreneur, they see you as of less because usually it's a man's position.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important. So let's talk about real estate, women, and specifically young women
Yeah.
who are just entering the industry, because I have a lot of people who are coming to me and asking me, okay, how do I be professional? How do
Yeah.
I get clients to look at me
Yeah.
in the way that, okay, I know what I'm talking about. I know how to close a deal. I know what's best for you.
Yeah.
And not just I'm a pretty face with a pretty body and basically an
Yeah.
object.
Yeah.
I think every woman in real estate
Yeah.
had one or two instances, if not more, which is quite sad, but
Yeah.
it is the reality, unfortunately.
That's very true. And I think this is one of the few industries where you can kind of start at any age.
Right.
So we make jokes about it in the office. Like
Yeah.
I've been in different companies over the years here in Dubai, and we always make jokes about it. But I remember being the youngest one as well, and it's very intimidating, especially because at the time it was very much male dominated, and it was a bunch of men in their 30s, and I was in like my super early 20s, right?
Yeah.
And I was in a position where I got my degree and then I started doing real estate. But there are a lot of girls who joined like straight out of high school.
Yeah,
So it's already a very vulnerable time in your life, I think. But
Yeah.
to be in this cutthroat business, because it is cutthroat, right?
100%. Yeah.
There is a lot of demand. There's a lot of agents, a lot of clients, high numbers,
Yeah.
flying around. And I think everyone wants to be a part of it. But it's not just the nice cars and the designer clothes and all of that.
Right,
Like there's a lot more to it. And I feel like young girls and women who want to pursue this, they just need to be aware and start it off right,
Yeah, yeah, 100%. So can you kind of tell me more of how you started?
Okay.
Where were you before? Because I can speak for myself. I never thought of myself, when I was studying, when I was doing my master's, bachelor's, I never
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
I would be in real estate.
Yeah.
It was never on my mind,
Yeah,
never
that's
even
true.
saw it.
Yeah.
So I just am curious to know what brought you to real estate, how you started.
Okay, so I came to Dubai to do my bachelor's in architectural engineering, and I was here by myself, right? I
Nice.
didn't have any family here, so coming out of university, a lot of jobs weren't catering to people living here alone, because obviously we're in Dubai, housing, transport, this all adds up. And it's just the salaries that were offered to me. I was like,
Right.
we spent a lot of money on this degree. Like, there needs to be a substantial money coming back. And I know it's a bit ambitious, and bear in mind I was very young at the time,
Right.
but I was just like, this is not why I studied, got first degree honors, and it's
Yeah.
like, what is going on? And I had a friend and classmate who was doing real estate on the side, right? And he was driving the BMW and going on nice vacations, and I was like,
Living the life. Living the
yeah, I
life,
was
yeah.
like, you know what? I mean, why not? I'm not shy to speak to people. I thought like being a people's person was a thing. In real estate, that's not a thing. Like, no. If anything, it's gonna make you like very much like disillusioned about people, I think.
Right.
Yeah, so he gave me a referral. I started at a UK-based company. And to be honest, like, higher management, most of my colleagues were really lovely. I got amazing mentors who are doing really well in the industry right now as well. And honestly, like, to this day, almost 5 years later, a lot of the things I do and how I do them is because what they taught me. So I'm very grateful. But yeah, there were instances where I was like, And now thinking about it, I wish I wasn't scared to voice my opinion and say something at the time, because this person is, I believe, still in the industry, and the way certain things made me feel, it's just not okay. And sometimes I get really just annoyed at myself for not sticking up for what's right.
Right.
But I mean, I guess this is also a reason why we're here today to, just give women in this industry a voice and be like, it is okay to say something. It's important how you say it. You can't
100%.
react out of emotion, but you should say something.
Yeah. No, listen, I have a similar situation. I came from US. I studied neuroscience and public health, so it was
Very much
completely,
related.
like a different spectrum.
Yeah.
And for me, it wasn't about the return as much. It was more about COVID. So COVID happened and everything closed down. And as a lot of people saw worldwide, Dubai handled it quite well.
Yeah.
So when I came here with my friend in April for a vacation, I completely fell in love, because the last time I've been here, like, Burj Khalifa wasn't even built. So it was a completely different world. But yeah, I came, I saw, and I fell in love, and I saw a lot of opportunity. And as you said, real estate is something that is easy to get in. Like, I think that is one of the cons and pros at the same time, because you don't really need a degree. You don't really need like a lot of skills, like basic stuff to get started. But it really does determine your success of like what kind of background you have. And I think the most successful people, if they don't have a college degree, that's fine. But it comes down to how you handle yourself and like your ethics, your morality, how you learn to stick up for yourself, how you learn to, they say qualify the clients, but you learn how to see the person and their motives and, what kind of person it is. So it's at one point, like once you start making money and you start closing deals, it doesn't become about like the ticket price. It becomes of like, okay, what kind of relationship can I build with you? Right? So I'm sorry, if you're I'm not going to be making
here
this relationship
term,
and putting all this work for what, you know? So
that's true.
Yeah, I think you learn a lot about yourself, 100%, and you learn a lot about people. And you are right. I always thought I was like extroverted and, going out and easygoing, talking to people. But this job, honestly, I come back at like at night or on the weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I just want to
Nobody
cuddle.
talk
I
to
just
me.
want to like watch a movie. And you cannot even put your phone on silence, to be honest.
No,
I don't know
it's a 24-hour job. There has been times where I was out and about, maybe later into the evening and a client calls and I'm like, everyone be quiet. I'm like running to like the most quiet, zenful place within like the vicinity of where we are. And I'm like, hi, good evening, how are you? And then he's like, Laura, are you out on the weekend? And I was like, I do have a
Can
life.
you imagine?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm
I
like,
am.
I do have a life actually, but I'm always here for you, so tell me.
Yeah.
You can never
100%.
turn it off. But sometimes I tell my friends, like, guys, not today. Like, I have no words left in me. I don't want to talk. I don't want to think. Like, I just want to check
zone
out early. Yeah.
100%. And I think that that is something that comes with your experience, and as you grow, you learn how to balance. You learn, okay, this is my priority, this is not. And there are times where, you know, you turn it off and you're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I
feel
don't
like
want
I'm
to.
still learning, to be fair. It's hard.
It's hard. It's very hard.
Yeah.
And I actually wanted to talk about this specific point because we naturally came to it.
Yeah.
It's very hard, I find, for women to switch from like masculine energy into feminine
Back
energy.
to feminine.
This has been so hard because, you know, when you run around, when you do this work, any kind of entrepreneur as a woman who's a boss babe, you know, who's earning money and has ambition, it's very hard because you're always on the go. You know how to talk. You're to the point. It's a lot of like masculine energy, which is not bad. I think every woman should have both. But it is hard to switch. And sometimes you completely forget about the other part.
No, that's true.
Which contradicts because you're expected to look nice all the time. You cannot show up just in jeans and a t-shirt, no makeup and hair all messed up. Nobody will take you seriously, which is also messed up.
Very true.
You cannot let your emotions go. And us women, everyone knows that we are extremely emotional beings. Everything we live through is based on emotions, or at least, you know, the natural instinct of a woman is to react and like absorb and nurture. So I think it's the job makes you more masculine. It requires you to be more masculine.
You have, babe, we would not last in this industry if we didn't have a bit of like oomph to us, in a sense that no nonsense, let's get to the point. I mean, just the clients, I used to work purely on off plan as a manager in a company. I was managing a team. Again, I was a woman managing a team of men, older men. And everyone's like, oh, haha, Laura. And I'm like, you know what? No, at the end of the day, like we're here to make money. And I feel like a lot of people, I don't know, just want the free visa and like a space they can go to during the, like, I don't really understand, because sometimes I just look at like, you know, how much they made over the year and I'm like, are you happy with this? Like, what are we doing? You could get a desk job and make more money than this. You hit one good one, but okay, you make 100K net and that's it for the year. And we have a lot of, this is one thing a lot of people don't understand. We have a lot of additional costs, right? Like 100%. For example, my car is getting kilometers in like crazy. I should have went for a more efficient car, car that doesn't depreciate the way it does. But again, it goes back to what you said about status. Like, I feel like, which is what I mentioned to you before as well, I feel like oftentimes men can, I'm not saying they show up disheveled and crazy looking, but they come in a Zara suit and like some normal belt and whatever. And because they are men and they just, get a 30 dirhams haircut, they look presentable already and people trust them. Whereas I have to get my nails done, which is why I've been up since 7 a.m. this morning. I have to get my nails done, my hair done, my makeup is not cheap. I have to wear designer shoes and designer bag because men love looking at the fact that am I wearing designer? Like, what's going on? But I feel like men are not really held, maybe like watches and cars only. But I feel like for us women, I have to have the watch. I have to have the nice car. I have to have the Louis Vuittons that I can't walk in. You know what I mean? It's a bit, it's a lot.
Yeah,
And to be that feminine who has all of this together and cute, but at the same time, when people try to play you, you have to be tough. It's
very hard to
we're superwoman.
incorporate everything
Yeah.
in 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, that is definitely true. And I think the fact that Dubai is so bling bling,
Yeah.
that makes it harder.
Yeah.
Because there is a certain level of success
And wealth
that
in
you
general.
show,
Yeah. Yeah.
which a lot of the times, let's be honest, it's not even
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Some people, unfortunately,
You can rent designer bags these days.
yeah,
guys.
they go out of
So,
their way to
yeah.
bring this closer to them.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of blurs your vision towards the bigger goal.
Yeah.
I always say, like, and I think even still it's on my Instagram, earn money to buy property, or not even cars, property,
Yeah.
instead of designer. Like, of
Yeah.
course, everyone wants to have the best things.
Look nice, feel nice. Yeah.
And designer is good because the quality is good. It's
Yeah.
not about the name,
Yeah.
Name you can put
Yeah.
it on anything.
Yeah.
But the quality that it brings is definitely good.
Yeah.
But if you are in a position, and a lot of people are looking on Instagram on posts, and they see this lavish life. They
Yeah.
see that everyone is out driving the
Yeah.
best car,
Yeah.
Rolex, AP, all of
Yeah.
that, and they lose sight of what is actually important,
Yeah.
right? Because yes, as you said, you can earn a good commission, you can have one good client.
Yeah.
Technically, yes, you're rich, you got
Yeah.
rich, but it's not the same as wealth.
Yeah.
So rich, it's not that hard. Everyone can get
Yeah.
rich. To
Yeah.
become actually wealthy,
Yeah.
that's a different subject. And another topic that kind of comes out of it is Instagram. A lot of people know me on Instagram, and I put a lot of effort on emphasizing the personal brand and
Yeah.
making sure that, this is how you see me, and
Yeah.
this is the persona that I am.
Yeah.
Because I believe that it really does help in business. Now everything is on the phone. Everyone is curious. Every person is nosy. So, they like to lurk.
Yeah.
They like to see what you're up to.
Yeah.
But it's very important to understand, for people who are watching on the other side of the phone,
Yeah.
is that I only show what I show.
Yeah.
Like, it's specifically picked
Yeah.
to go online, to
Yeah.
be public.
Yeah.
And even for me, like, sometimes I am a very ambitious person, as you are as well. So you find yourself looking at other successful people,
Yeah.
right? And I think everyone can relate to that. So you find yourself looking at the successful people, you see what they're doing, you see where they are, what they buy, who they're with,
Yeah.
all of that stuff, and you forget.
Yeah.
You lose sense of reality because everything is so accessible again. Instagram, YouTube, but mostly Instagram, right?
Yeah.
So you lose sense of, okay, this is actually orchestrated for me to absorb
Yeah.
this information,
Yeah.
right? And I think it's very, very important, especially in real estate, because most of my work, and yours, I think, as well, is on the phone. On
Yeah.
the phone, meeting with clients,
Yeah.
posting about stuff, researching, understanding things.
Yeah.
So I think it's very, very important to kind of keep it always in the back of your head and remind yourself that, okay, this is just online presence.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, obviously, it's like when you have a company and you're doing the branding of your company, you're not going to show a picture of you like knocking stuff over in your factory and I don't know what, something coming out wrong. You're not going to show that.
Yeah.
Even if you're a big company and you're doing your branding on social media, it's not going to happen. I feel like in real estate, of course, and especially us, we're lucky to be in a company like B1 Properties, who's also very focused on having a strong brand image and ethos on how we do business and what we're doing. But it's just very important to keep that same for us as a person because we are our own brand, like you said.
Yeah.
And I feel like the thing I really like about your profile as well is that you find a really good balance. Like you showcase yourself, a little bit of your personality, what you like, but without it being just a lifestyle situation. Because I've noticed this with a lot of agents who are, and granted, I don't know what's right and wrong. I feel like we're still in the baby stages of social media and social media influencing, right? So we're all just trying to figure it out. But sometimes I'm like, okay, but so you sell property? You know what I mean? You kind of just lose your core like business value, like your business proposition. Like, actually, I'm here and I'm posting these pictures because I'm a realtor.
Yeah.
And it goes back to, again, about, you know, women being looked at a certain way.
Yeah.
And they're thinking, okay, like, she's just a pretty face.
Yeah.
Which brings me to a really good question, which is something I've experienced personally. I've seen people do it to me, to other people. And it's the idea that if a beautiful woman is also happens to be successful in real estate, oh, she must be a gold digger, because as a woman, there's no way she could have done this on her own. When we
100%.
work 7 days a week, we organize open houses, we drive back and forth, documents, drafting, contracts, posting, we manage the pictures. Obviously, we have a really good marketing team, but you're always there. I'm always there. If you have your property, you're always there to make sure everything goes smoothly. And honestly, those shoot days that we need to do for those social media posts, they're hard work. I have friends who are influencers and I'm like, oh my God, you complain so much. Like, you get all this free brand products. Like, why are you complaining? And I'm trying to get into that to showcase my personality to people that follow me or just, you know, in general. And it's work.
It is work.
It's a lot of work.
It is work, yeah. So 100%, listen, I've been called a gold digger probably ever since I made Top Performer. Ever since I started driving nice cars, you know, traveling, going private jets, Rolls Royces, which is actually nothing out of the world for Dubai. Like, you have to understand that Dubai is extra.
Yeah.
But it's very accessible.
Yeah.
You know, so
we all know a guy who knows a guy. Like,
exactly. It's all about connections. And sometimes it happens that you have connections that you are friends with, you know, and unfortunately, for a lot of people, it's easy to sit behind their fake profile with 0 posts and some random picture of a flower as their profile picture and say, okay, like, hateful comments, gold digger, but, okay, I'm just gonna say it. I am a gold digger, okay? I call myself a gold digger. I'm so tired of this thing. I think you should own it, because gold digging is, first of all, I gold dig. Is that even a word? I dig gold in myself. Okay, every single day I better myself. I make sure that people around me benefit from my presence. Okay, and I dig gold in other people. I'm sorry if you are not interesting to me, or you don't have any value to bring to me. What's the point?
There's just not enough time in the day.
You know, there's no point. I think a lot of people know that. They're just, I don't know, scared, or they don't want to admit it. But every relationship mostly is transactional. No matter how you look at it, it doesn't make you a bad person. Okay, so dig gold in other people, dig gold in yourself. What's the problem?
Be able
in that?
to provide gold for others, because like you said, it's transactional. If you have a really good market knowledge in real estate and you're close friends with a male, crazy, who does cryptocurrency, and he happens to have a yacht and you go on his yacht, okay, that's good. But when you guys are on the yacht and he's like, oh, Karina, I'm actually looking to buy a property, but I need a best deal, I need a discount at this developer is telling me that this type of unit is not in stock anymore, or whatever, in inventory, how we call it. then you are at a very good position in
Right.
the realm of real estate where you can help him.
Yeah,
So they see you on his yacht and they're like, oh my God, this girl. But
Yeah.
part of the reason I'm sure he also keeps you around is because
Yeah.
he knows like this girl is killing what she's doing. Like she's
Yeah.
good at her job.
Yeah.
And if I need that help, then she, like, I know I can rely on her to give me accurate, smart advice that he can benefit from.
Yeah,
So
100%.
you have to also provide the gold. You can't just, you can be a pretty face and
Yeah.
be a gold digger and you have nothing to offer. That's very different. But I feel like it's just damn disrespectful to look at women who are in an actual industry. You respect the industry, you don't respect the industry, it doesn't matter. We are in an industry, we learn a lot. Like, for example, yesterday we were talking about where are we getting our market recap from,
Yeah.
like the Dubai Land Department, Property Monitor, you write articles, I read the articles, I'm like, I like this point, and then we have an hour discussion in the office.
Right.
Like, talking about new launches, what do you think? Is it worth it? Like, we work a lot. On the
Right.
weekends, we're available for our clients, for each other if we need help, for viewings. Even putting up content, it's not easy. Like,
It
this
is.
is
It's
all
not, yeah.
this is all so much work. How
Yeah.
dare you tell me if I have one client or one friend who can give me some sort of benefit
Yeah.
that I'm a gold digger when I'm staying up at night, you know, looking at graphs that y'all wouldn't even understand what's
Yeah.
going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like we have to continually better ourselves because the market changes. The market is not just based, it's not a bubble as much as they like to say it. It's depending on geopolitical,
Yeah,
so many things.
It's a
So-
living creature that you constantly need to monitor. Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But I kind of want to reverse a bit, okay?
Okay.
I am for women empowerment,
Yeah.
but I'm also for calling out stuff as it is.
Okay.
I wrote an article quite a while ago, almost a year now, for one of the online magazines, and I was talking about the stereotypes of women, and
Yeah.
you know, specifically in real estate,
Yeah.
because as you said, there's a lot of fluff. Okay,
Yeah.
we have a lot of unregistered agents in Dubai, which is a big problem, which a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
They're uncertified. They just come. They think they can sell. They sell whatever to whoever for whatever reason,
Yeah.
right? And that is very damaging. And I also think you as a person, as a woman, you need to look at yourself. And it comes back to like personal branding, right?
Yeah.
You need to understand what exactly you're putting out to the world and how you're behaving, okay?
Yeah.
If you are supposedly classy, elegant, professional real estate woman,
Yeah.
we're not gonna find you drunk at 5 Palm,
Yeah.
okay? Shaking your booty.
Yeah.
We're not gonna find half-naked pictures of you on Instagram with an emoji of a fairy fly, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not gonna find you like drunk
Yeah.
posting about it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just like very, very simple rules
Yeah.
that women need to follow.
Yeah.
Because it's a very fine line. Dubai is it's an attraction. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone says that Dubai is like a Vegas for grown-ups.
Yeah.
In the Middle East.
Yeah.
So a lot of people come here to party, a lot of people come here to enjoy their life, the lavish lifestyle. But women should take responsibility for it. Okay, if you're shaking your booty and posting your breasts out,
Yeah.
just think about it. Okay, will these pictures that I have now, will they be appropriate at my wedding, on my wedding day, with every single one of your family members around?
Okay. So
Okay,
my
like,
opinion on
you
this.
know what I mean?
Yeah. So obviously I'm Muslim. My father is quite religious.
Right.
And so my moral code when it comes to these things it was swaying left and right for a while because, you know, just growing up. But now, for myself, I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
I also think that it's not fair because some people are growing up in a different culture and environment, and for them it's okay.
Right.
Like it's more normal than in the Middle East, Asia, Africa even, you know what I mean? I feel like one thing that I'm starting to, I don't know if I get bothered by it, but it's just a bit different because I've been in Dubai for like 8 years now, right?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of rules have become more lax because of the huge
Tourist flow,
population, that like the demographic of the population of Dubai basically.
Yeah.
Right? And for me, even when I wasn't like super strict with how I'm presenting myself in terms of my clothes, etc., still, like, I feel like this is a Muslim country and you should just have respect for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that would be one thing for me. The other thing I'll have to say about that is, I think we all had our crazy times, whatever. But what bothers me the most, even though now I am towards what you're saying, but what bothers me the most is I've seen many CEOs of real estate companies get obliterated at Christmas, like parties and things like this. And no one ever looks at them like, oh my God, I can't trust him with even 1 million dirham because this is how he behaves. But as a woman, if you dress a certain way and you do certain things, now you're like, oh, she's not serious. Like, look what she does on her weekend. But I feel like the men in real estate, because let's be honest, this is a very high pressure, high stress level, high stakes job. Like, you know, if you mess up on a 50 million deal, your client will lose a lot of money. It's not just, like you said, as we get more mature in the industry, we don't count commissions anymore. Commission is just an aftermath of a job well done.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
But it's high stakes. You don't want to lose your client. You don't want your clients to make bad decisions. And if you're an agent who takes this seriously, it will keep you up at night.
Yes,
you will
100%.
feel bad about it. You're like, damn, maybe that was not the right call for this person, whatever it is, right? So I understand you need to let loose, or in whatever way you decide. You know, I'm not gonna judge. But for me, more of the issue is that it's a double standard because men are not looked at the same way for doing that. I mean, we might, like, you know, roll our eyes and be like, oh, I don't know, generic white name, right? Steven is doing this again. But it's not gonna, on Monday, you're gonna go to Steven and be like, I have 100 million dirhams. What should I do with it? But for a woman, it's a bit different. And I think that's the bigger issue. But it's also, at the same time, I'm bringing a lot of points up, but at the end of the day, some things are just the way they are. We can advocate against it and be like, guys, this is kind of messed up. It's not right. But at the end of the day, it is how it is. And we're here to give advice to young women. And at the end of the day, even though it's not fair, this is how it is. So if you want to reach a certain level in the industry, then you need to be careful who you hang out with, where you go, how you conduct yourself. And if you want to do all of that, do it, but just do it privately. You know, yes, double standard, but it's just the way how it is. And why should your money suffer? If you're good at your job, if you're dedicated, if you are willing to learn every day to become better, why would you mess it up just because, like, I'm standing up against, you know, patriarchy and all of this and sexism and all of this, and then you're playing with your money.
100%.
And it's worth bring it up like we are today, that it's not fair. At the end of the day, it's a high pressure job. We all need to let loose, but we're also not gonna play about our money. You know,
it's actually a very interesting topic, the whole thing that we're talking about. And you're right, going back a bit on, you know, it's a Muslim country, it's Middle East. Listen, I came from US. I grew up in US. Most liberal place, okay? You cannot go more liberal. But still, I think there should be a distinction between professional, like if we're talking about social media, there should be a distinction. Like everyone knows that.
Yeah.
You know, if you're applying for any kind of job, even if
Yeah.
it's not real estate, you put your private life privately.
Yeah.
You clean up your social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, okay? Because people
Old tweets. Yeah.
I don't even have a Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's work, and once you put something out that
It's gonna
you
be
know
out there.
you don't resonate with later on, it's there and it's damaging.
Yeah.
You know, and you cannot undo it.
Yeah.
So I think you need to pay attention to that 100%. And what did I want to say? Yeah, the topic of patriarchy and double standards.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, even though I grew up in US and, you know, there's like Me Too movement and whatever, I am for empowering women, but I don't think men and women are equal.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this, okay?
Controversial.
Yes, I don't think men and women are equal, and I don't think they will ever be, and I don't think it's natural, because just going back to biology, okay? Sorry.
Yeah.
Going back to biology.
Yeah.
We're not, okay?
Yeah.
We're just not, so let it go.
Yeah.
Yes, women can be successful.
Yeah.
Yes, most of the leaders and leadership positions are male
Yeah.
dominated, okay? Women just have to work 10 times harder. And it's your decision, you know, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be someone who is climbing up the career ladder, who's ambitious, it's okay. This is just how you need to do it, and this is what it's going to take from you.
Yeah.
If you choose to be a stay-at-home mom,
Yeah.
kudos to you. Also a perfect scenario for you.
Yeah.
You can do yoga, you can go to clubs, whatever.
Yeah.
Take care of the child. If you decide to do both, great.
Yeah.
Okay? But you are right. I don't think it will change.
Yeah.
And I don't think we are in the position to change it or to say that this is wrong or this is right.
Yeah.
We are just simply, you know, telling other women, okay, this is what we're going through. Possibly, and most definitely, you guys are going through it again.
Yeah.
And also, or you will go through it at some point.
Yeah.
And this is just, you know,
how it's going to be, and this is how you can navigate
I mean,
it,
listen,
I guess.
maybe you will navigate it differently.
Yeah.
And if you do, please do share.
Yeah.
And, you know, we can all learn from each other.
Yeah.
But we agree on certain things that, you know, are just the way they are, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, at the end of the day, like I said, if you're in this business to, you know, build a network, obviously it's amazing to see like these incredible houses. Like I feel privileged every day.
100%.
I mean, it's not everyone who can even get, you know, 5 minutes in a 200 million dirham house. Like this is epic to see developers grow as well. Like there are so many, I don't want to name names, but there are so many that over the years you could see how they have upped their game.
Yeah.
And I guess it's the same with everything. You just have to make sacrifices. And even if you don't agree with it, you can try to fight it. But, you know, at the end of the day, to be fair, I judge the male and the female who are misbehaving on their public profile. So for me, it's, you know, have your personal page, do it on there. But, you know, and also at work events, keep your ish together. You know, like you're the CEO of the company. I'm supposed to trust you that when I'm stuck, when there's maybe some legal issues or whatever, then I should look at you in a certain way. Like this person got my back. He is professional and he got this. You know, and it just makes you a bit like wonder, like, can I, you know?
Yeah, 100%. But I also think, you know, women who are in leadership positions, I think they're much better than men in high up positions.
Yeah.
Okay. I think, and it's not to diss men. It's not to say that, you know, you guys are worse than us or we are better than you. Not at all. I just think women, also depends on the case, but in general, women are more empathetic.
Yeah.
Okay. They can easily put themselves into someone else's shoes and see the situation from
Another perspective, basically.
You know, they can twist and turn and
Yeah.
kind of grasp the situation a bit better, and they can handle any kind of conflicts much better than men.
Yeah.
Because men, they are like, you know, black and white, which is good. You know, they're very logical.
Yeah.
They're very driven.
Yeah.
But in leadership, it's all about people who are working with you.
Yeah.
Right? You're a great leader if you take care of your team.
Yeah. You have to have like emotional intelligence on how to cater situations.
Yeah.
That's
But
very true.
it is an unfair industry. I had this situation actually in my previous place.
Okay.
Throwing a bit shade for
Do
people
tell
who
us.
know.
Do tell us.
For people who know where I was working before. I think a lot of people look at you and they say, well, personally me, right? I came to Dubai 2 years ago. And knock on wood, I think I did quite good for myself.
You did good, yeah.
You know, and for some people, it doesn't sit well with them, which is okay. I don't mind. Some people choose to voice it, some people choose not to. But it's not okay when people are telling you you're going too fast and too far.
Okay.
This is the major problem I had is I was jumping. I jumped top performer. You know, I was doing a lot of things, and I'm good with like managing a couple of things all at once. So I'm always trying to, you know, help with this, while also closing deals.
Yeah.
So when I was told, okay, Karina, you have to wait maybe like a year to jump to this position, and then, you know, I'll make you that. Okay. This person is still a very good friend of mine, and I respect him the most. He taught me a lot, you know, and I'm definitely open to work with him, and we are working together. We're in the same industry.
Yeah.
But this is something that I think people need to understand. Yeah. But it's not even about rubbing me the wrong way. It's about if you see potential in someone, okay, and somebody is doing it, who are you to stop? I'm always believing that, okay, you want to try it, you think you can do it, you should do it.
Yeah.
You know,
let me know how it goes.
Yeah. Like, there's a quote, everyone probably sees it on Instagram. It's like, the bill of not doing it or whatever is like, wait until you get the bill of regret. You know, like, it's much better to try it, to test yourself, to push yourself. And then if you fail, don't lose the enthusiasm, okay? Like, just keep going and keep trying. But to be put down, that's, I think that is where sometimes it's hard. And most of the times it's males who do that. You know, it's another thing. I don't know if you've ever noticed that.
Okay.
But when you are a successful woman and you step into a predominantly male environment, first they look at you as, you know, interesting creature. You know, nice to the eye, pleasurable, whatever. Then once they understand, you become a competition. Okay, and when that switch comes, that is when things are going.
Get interesting.
They are becoming so wind up. So it is very interesting for me because I don't know why. Like, I always thought that it's only between women, but I think it's actually more between males and females.
I feel like it's their ego to be outperformed by a woman when they know it's a male-dominated industry, when they know that there's a disparity between women and men in high positions, when they know that unfortunately a lot of clients are leaning more towards men real estate agents, right? So they know that they have all these advantages, and yet you're in the top 3 and I'm not. Like, there has to be another way, which again goes back to you being a gold digger or this and that. Like, they're always it just feels like there always has to be an other reason or excuse because there ain't no way. But I mean, I worked at a company where we had 6-day work weeks, and that's when I first started focusing on off-plan and sales, because I actually did everything like kind of the traditional way, started at rentals and then, you know, moved my way up. And like everyone just saw the leveling up, but they didn't see the 6 days a week.
Yeah, yeah.
When you
It's
stay
always
until
like
10
that.
p.m.
Yeah.
So there must be like, no way.
It's always
no way.
like this, you know, like you always see the final success
Yeah.
and you don't pay attention. You don't know what's happening
I
behind
would
the scenes.
happily give them all my stuff. Just go through what I went through. Let's see. They will be like, Laura, keep it. Like,
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah. But I mean, listen, to each their own,
Yeah.
and we cannot change everyone.
Yeah.
But for women, I had someone, they talked to me, they said, listen, Karina, it is a female minority, right, that are in real estate. But I was actually talking to my guy friend. He said, but it's harder to be a male real estate agent than a female real estate agent because, you know,
He does real estate as well?
no. So that's the
Okay,
thing, you know?
okay.
And he said, well, you know, you're a female, you're a woman, you're young, you're pretty, whatever. People are inclined to talk to you.
But only talk, guys. That's
Exactly.
the difference.
That's the thing, you know,
Yeah.
like it's very important, especially for people. It doesn't matter like how long you've been in real estate. If you haven't learned this yet,
Yeah.
like boundaries are everything.
Yeah. Learn it today, now.
Yes, like once you start noticing something iffy, because there are a lot of instances they might not like hit on you, but they might take the information from you. They might take you out to viewings.
This happened to
and
me
close
like
it
2
with
months
someone
ago.
else.
2 months ago. And the thing is, they're also becoming a bit, I don't know, maybe more subtle about it. You know what I mean? And we kept talking, and I was like, okay, but like, I've told you everything. You know, I checked in on him. He went, he traveled, and I was like, hope your travels are well. Like, when are you back? He was telling me about his travel. I'm like, okay, great, amazing.
yeah.
That's exactly why I'm messaging. But, you know, came back, whatever. And then I was like, okay, so when can we meet to finalize? Because we've spent a month. And we had so many meetings at developers' offices to check out everything, came to our office even, you know?
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I bought like last week.
Yeah, yeah. So
Excuse
you have to
me?
learn. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to learn how to. But don't get me wrong. Like everyone can be in this situation. It's very hard.
Yeah.
People are tricky.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. So you have to learn your boundaries, but at the same time, don't get disheartened if it happens to you like so many years into it, because sometimes people are just like not good people. You know what I mean? They don't care about your time. They don't care to compensate you for your time.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, listen, it's a service-based job.
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
get paid until you close the deal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
And they know, they don't care. That's on them and their conscience, not on you. So I just feel like you said, establish boundaries is super important, but also don't get, you know, disappointed. Don't
Yeah, it
take it too hard if
happens.
it
Yeah,
happens,
it
because
happens.
it will continue to there's always new ways they can play you that you haven't learned yet. So it's just like a learning curve, I guess.
Yeah, well, anyways, we need to wrap up. But one thing I want to say, and somebody gave me this advice way back when I first started.
Yeah.
You have to know how much you charge per hour. Even if you're not getting, you know, hourly pay, you need to know as a person how much your time costs.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, male, female, whatever.
Yeah.
In any kind of industry, you need to know how much your time is worth.
Yeah.
Because until you do, it's useless. You know, like everyone will step all over you, use you, and at the end, you're gonna just be sad. Anyways,
okay,
thanks so much, Laura.
Thank
it
you for
was a
having
pleasure.
me.
Anyone, if you have questions, if you have, if anything resonated with you, do let us know. Yes, and we will hopefully do one more episode, and we'll dive deeper into other stuff.
Yes. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for having me and for the good conversation.
Of course.
We didn't have coffee, so now a bit coffee break.
Done.